Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, yeah.
Hey, it's Gabba the Game Night here, and I am playing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with Mammon Busy, and he is playing. And it's September 7th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 1.
I forgot how to play the game.
There's a bunch of people. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. If my voice has changed, shut up! The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I had better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
He looks more like Meters Edgeworth to me. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you feel like the volume of the game's a little loud?
I have no idea what you're talking about as I turn the volume down by 2 multi.
Okay. You ready?
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Calm the fuck down.
Please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain.
Pulls out a giant map, unrolls it.
The body was found by this window, here.
An oddly shaped body. And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Wow, sexist much?
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
But not the sexism.
Yeah. Fuck off, Gumshoe.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record.
God, they don't know there's a clock.
I know this is not really Phoenix's thoughts, but it's in the same color, so I thought it'd be funny to do it in his thinking voice.
Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Yeah, we're all thinking it.
Detective, where's this hard evidence?
You ruined it. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fay at the scene at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Smack.
Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
I mean, just nobody noticed the defendant throwing something at the attorney.
Maybe that's why he's shocked.
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my
How'd she
cross-examination.
throw a paper so well?
Good question. That was a loud smack.
Oh, she's
too.
still right next to
I know,
Phoenix.
I can still feel it.
Maya Fay's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people that... Oh, this is... I wasn't really rereading the testimony.
And you press L to press. And you pretty much want to do that in every statement.
Oh, that's a new mechanic.
Yeah, you want to do it on pretty much every statement.
Well, I can't really argue that we were both there. Can I go back?
Yes, I believe you press left. But like I said, press every statement.
Oh, I have to...
It's L to press.
As soon as the phone call... I pressed R, didn't I? Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. Yeah, I'm not reading it again.
What two people?
This feels really stupid. Clearly, there were only two of us.
Yes, it is.
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? That had nothing to do with that statement. Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
Man, only 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response.
Our motto this month is 30 minutes or your pizza's free.
That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene.
Wait, why are you jumping into my cross-examination, pal?
Because I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yes, sir.
Phoenix Wong.
I don't think that's how it works, but...
I'm the prosecutor. I do what I want. All the table slam.
Are you absolutely sure it was on?
I have a twin brother. He is very convincing.
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points. Press with a little more care. You told me to press on everyone. Now Phoenix is chastising me in his head.
Well, you see, there's no penalty to pressing, except in like one case in the second game.
Except for the game's chastising me.
I mean, yeah, but it's more dialogue.
Great.
There's no penalty to it. I'm pausing it. Sometimes you don't know what statement you gotta press.
Why is that? What's your reason?
That's a quick press.
I didn't press. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Hold on just 1 second.
The music stopped.
Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
This evidence seems very soft to me.
Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it.
You did say it. You said it.
Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Who's Pink? What?
April May's claim. She's the witness.
Why do you call her Pink? Her name's April May.
Because she's wears pink and has pink hair.
Okay.
The suspicious pink woman's.
Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have a more solid proof than her claims, Detective?
I guess Preston can have its advantages. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Great.
Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. So fucking hard.
Oh my, Detective Gumshoe, that evidence sure is hard.
That's not the only thing that's hard.
Cross-examination. I have a question for you, Detective. Why is that evidence so hard?
Your Honor?
Why didn't he testify this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Show your hard evidence sooner. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
thought we did that already.
Well, it's the second false examination. New testimony.
Oh, I gotcha. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump on the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I have a bad feeling about this. Why they act like we haven't heard this yet?
Because they do that. I guess Phoenix plugs his own testimony.
Oh, are we supposed to be jumping back and forth in time?
No.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who?
I did.
The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Putty, please. She was framed. Hey, you're stealing my bit.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I have a wiggly point. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
I'm not very fond of that cravat.
Huh?
Yeah, pal, that neck thing he's got.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. What kind of tests were these again? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that's quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Judge throwing shade. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yep.
I look forward to your next Fuck.
Damn, Edgeworth. You're not coming off so good here, pal.
I look forward to your next Can't speak.
I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you.
I can't speak.
Oh. That was a mess. Right! Where was I?
I got tongue-tied.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective.
What, you think this is some video game?
Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, 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 order.
That didn't go so well.
Order me some fries.
That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are that evidence and their statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Sorry, please take the facts up for making accusations.
I don't think that won me any points for the judge.
They aren't, are they?
You know, you kept looking at me when I was on this part, so I thought there was some... Oh. I didn't mean to press the button.
I just kept looking at me, wondering what your thought process was.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to press that button. I was putting my hand back on the controller after scratching my face. Okay, anyway, back to it. Okay, so, after securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I didn't see anything there.
A memo written on a piece of paper.
I mean, yeah, he did find it. It was written on a receipt, but...
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough
So no
to be a
contradiction
contradiction. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
That's obvious. Unless you got that's an X instead.
Max A. Lab test results show that the blood was
I don't think we can do that. We have a blood testing kit right here. Let's see if that's true.
I mean, you're trying to tell me that's the contradiction?
No.
That he couldn't test it at the time?
No. And plus, it's been like a day.
Oh. Damn it. Can I go back? Did I just mess up?
You gotta go all the way around again.
I saw what it was, and I pressed the wrong button.
It loops around.
Okay. Because death was instantaneous, so she didn't have time to write it.
Yes, indeed. Indeed!
Took me a minute, I'm sorry. You can edit this down if you want to.
Unless you revived from the dead, how would she write it? Easy case.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow. There's nothing funny, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about earlier when I messed up and presented the wrong evidence. It has nothing to do with that. You're right, Your Honor. My bad. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective.
No buts here, only hard evidence.
That's right. That was in the previous trial.
Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Oh, fuck
Mr.
off,
Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? I don't remember. Do you remember?
The day of the murder. Again, we're at the day after the murder now, I believe.
Oh, wow. Really? This was a quick trial?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after.
It's the day after.
I should have just gone with I forget. Oh, right.
The prosecution's point being? Apologize, that's my fault.
It's okay.
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth.
So I guess like 2 days after the murder now.
I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Yeah, because the murder happened at night. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a chair!
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, The defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated.
You're gonna be the singing narrator now?
Yes. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?
The part where she punches you. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Just wanton.
Wanton?
Yeah, not wonton.
My bad.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
And whether or not it was hard.
Is this hard evidence?
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. In the end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
I can't audibly wink, so I was throwing in a laugh.
Wink.
Well, Your Honor. I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. Not hard, but solid. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. White?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. White, I understand you are Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. White, will you cross-examine the witness?
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Witness's account.
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know.
Time to press everything again.
Oh, I pressed.
Felix is bench pressing.
Okay, before I present, I should press.
Yes. Press everything.
Why did you do that?
Huh? What? Wait, what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Mr. White, I will not have you badgering my witness.
The badgering?
You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah,
Stop it!
stop him.
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl. What about poor me?
You looked out the window. What did you see next?
Why is he always horning in on our cross-examination?
Because he does what he wants.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing?
And the person attacking her?
How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
You suck at this!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. White, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me.
Still consulting a culture.
However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Ms. May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
Testimony 2. Let's see it through.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes right after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
Now, I have 2 ideas.
Good. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. So what's your ideas?
Alright, my first one is maybe when she mentioned she ran off to the right, maybe that's not the correct direction.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to try that first. I know we have a floor plan here somewhere.
Not sure if that'll help.
Well,
you press A to look at the full plan.
Okay, so she's just coming in from the window. Yeah, I guess she probably was toward the right. Okay, well, you shot down one of mine. Okay, but I have one more.
I think I know what you're thinking, potentially.
She's talking about being a clock, and nobody's mentioned that.
Yes.
And Phoenix specifically pointed out, nobody's calling it a clock. Ms. May, what you said just now was quite revealing, like your blouse.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Oh yeah. Order.
Ms. May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. We'll draw your question, Mr. White.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before.
Murder what?
Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, I was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.?
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. White, are you satisfied?
I will never be satisfied.
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because...
You can still look at your coat record if you need to. And you can press A on the phone as well.
Oh, she said, you don't have to lead me like this, you know.
I apologize.
You could give me a chance.
I apologize.
If I ask, you know.
I'm not sure if you remembered the phone conversation. It's been a while since you asked.
Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Oh crap, did she say why it wasn't working?
Yes. You can look at it.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that now.
It didn't ring! Let me look at this again.
Oh yeah, the phone. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it is as the defendant says.
I'm the defense, but not the defendant.
Shut up.
I'm the judge, I make the rules.
This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
Except for the small cookie fortune that says, you'll have bad luck.
Mr. White, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Ms. May? That's usually tisk tisk. No, you can usually say tisk tisk. People will
Tisk,
usually be like, tisk tisk.
I forget it's going
No, usually people will say tisk tisk.
odd. Who says tisk?
Anybody?
Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. White.
Just Phoenix and Edward arguing. Who says tisk? He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork was removed. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. White, can you prove when the clockwork was moved?
Impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Oh, I pressed the wrong button again. Take a look at this.
This is my pink phone.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
I think that's against procedure.
It is, typically. There's, like, the law of discovery, but that doesn't exist in Japan, I believe.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
Since when do attorneys evaluate detectives?
I
gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
Beep. So, you just want me to hold onto the thinker for you, then?
If you could.
I should...
I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Ow, my ears.
You're on.
Kermit.
Kermit is playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think that makes it clear the clockwork is already gone by the time this is recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Get wrecked.
Well, Ms. May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence and I'll prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Ms. May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
Oh!
Oh? Excuses not on sale today?
Have you checked the bargain bin? Now she angry.
She's in her second form now.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a court of law and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Ms. April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because...
You can check your phone record.
Oh. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
It's in the pudding.
Oh, this is interesting.
I like pudding.
Let's see it then.
I want
Show me
pudding.
that pudding. Oh, and I guess the evidence that the witness had heard the murder weapon is a clock.
You're already on that.
Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room.
I was snooping him out.
Clearly, this would not this would not be acceptable in court, but no way that's going to be admissible. But you know, I thought I'd try.
Evidence laws only apply to one court case in this entire series.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Prove it, Wright.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that a witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Even though I heard the conversation earlier, I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
What else you got to present on the phone? These glass shards!
I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Hey, this is a clock, you know.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time.
Ms. April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Just the judge completely unfazed.
It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow.
I honestly don't know. I don't remember this question.
I don't think there's really any proof that she did it. No, she didn't do it because he clearly said she never held it in her hand. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Ms. May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy.
Ugo, the witness, was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
I didn't say she was. I just wonder why she was tapping the phone.
So, where does that leave us?
Still not knowing why she tapped the phone.
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya
I don't think
Fey.
this is how trials work. You don't just make a deal.
I'm the prosecutor. I do what I want. That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony.
Or we can play rock, paper, scissors, shoot if you prefer.
Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. Should we just roll dice?
Wanna flip a coin? Giving up, obviously. Yeah, we'll accept guilty.
Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for the case. Understood. I accept your condition that you really had no right to make. Or enforce.
Fool.
Yeah, really.
You fell right into my trap.
Yep.
You have activated my trap card.
Uh-oh. Wait?
Very wrong. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
And we will continue with that testimony next time. So thanks for watching this episode of Gabba the Game Night. Like, comment, subscribe, go to advocacy, and most importantly,
I am the law.
good night.
Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, yay. Come on and watch him play. Games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.